Well, LaToya, the cleanup has been the big story of the day, at least for the afternoon. It's a huge effort they're undertaking here. If you look over here, you can see parts of the metal that actually blew off the ice skating rink here that they put into a pile here. They're going to be taking care of that, taking that out of the area. If you look over here, this is what's left of some of the trees that came down. They brought these down here, piled them on the side of the road so they're not in the way anymore. They're going to be taking a chainsaw to them. If you look down the street here, Revere Beach Parkway, even trees that weren't taken down by the storm, some of them had to be cut down so they didn't cause any further damage. There are homes, of course, still without roofs. They brought in a crane in the back here to steady a tree and try to pull it up that's laying on another home. So much damage here on Revere Beach Parkway. Amazingly, no one seriously injured.
It was black. It was pitch black.
The neighborhood around Revere Beach Parkway was almost unrecognizable Monday afternoon after a confirmed tornado tore through town at about 9:30 in the morning.
It sounded just like a huge rumble and a huge whistle, and then just an explosion. Just both windows just blew in. And then it was gone. Then it was over.
On Taft Street, the twisters sheared chimneys off of roofs and tossed siding and metal onto fences and into yards.
The skating rink that's 3 blocks over, their roof blew over to our streets.
On Revere Beach Parkway, Jim DeBallo says he thought he had enough time to shut his porch window before the tornado touched down. He was wrong.
I was trying to shut the window, and all of a sudden a burst of wind just blew me away from the window back towards the door of my room. I opened the door and get out of the room, and then the window crashed in. I could hear the glass smash, and I ran downstairs.
Frank Chillia was driving when the storm hit, and he says he couldn't believe his eyes.
Looking down Broadway, all I could see were trees going like this, boom, 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 boom.
And that's what we've seen throughout this neighborhood. You're taking a live look at a tree here that has fallen in between Revere Beach Parkway and Taft Street, in between the homes here. And it's a very difficult, very tedious process for these tree crews to actually get in there, get up on the roof, and try to cut down some of these limbs. Then they've got a crane in there. They're going to be lifting up that tree. And that's part of the tricky part of this job right now, is getting in between these homes because they are quite close together. There are power poles down, power lines down, several trees down, and a lot of debris that is blown off of homes, whether it be roofs or siding or just wood. So this is a very long cleanup process, but they are doing an amazing job really getting started here today. LaToya?
Oh, the damage is unbelievable, Alicia, and we wish those work crews the best. Thank you for that report from Revere Beach Parkway.
Our Greg Whalen has also been out and about in Revere, talking to people. He's also at City Hall in that area. Greg, what's the latest?
Yeah, Mike, City Hall, Central City. Alicia was out in the neighborhoods. We're in the center of the business district here. Take a look at the south side of City Hall here. This is Revere City Hall. Plywood over those top windows there. Lots of windows knocked out. Some of them intact in front, but these windows gone. And that's the Treasury Department, we're told. There were people working in there at the time. There was flying grass. There was debris. The mayor says everybody's all right. That's great news. But, you know, this is a storm, and this is an event that people in this city will be talking about for a long time to come.
Boston police in caravan careening down Broadway Revere. Help arriving. Badly needed help in the wake of all things, a tornado striking like a waking nightmare in the summer morning calm of a busy city.
It got really, really dark. We were just watching TV, and all of a sudden you hear roar, and my son come out of his room and said, "Ma, it's a tornado, it's a tornado."
Trees ripped up everywhere. Brick and tar paper rubble at Park and Broadway, rubble all around.
Sheets of rain that you couldn't even see across the street. That's how bad it was.
A storm of rain, water coming down, and then it turned into a big, round smoke.
Smoke? Like smoke?
Yeah, it looks like a smoke. It was a tunnel, like a smoke.
I was in my back bedroom, and I heard like a train.
It got really windy, and then it sounded like a train.
School Street now, up near Broadway. Look at this. Branches all over the road right here. You look up, wires down. That branch probably brought them down there. All right, we swing over to the side here, to this backyard full of branches, and look at those pine trees, broken, snapped off like toothpicks. Someone's dish pulled down on top of their roof here, as well as a bunch of branches and most of a tree.
The real horror, a car flipped on Revere Street. This man was driving it.
All of a sudden, the ones I didn't know heavier and heavier until I felt my car flipping over.
Danny was driving too.
And then the car started rumbling up and down, and I saw the twister coming right down Broadway, and my car started spinning around in a circle. It did 2 360s, and then it pinged up against the curb, and it stopped, and I just went underneath the dashboard. I didn't know what to do.
No one knew what to do. You're looking again at the blown out windows of the Treasury Department on the south side of Revere City Hall. Mayor Rizzo says that there were 6 people, 6 women, working up there at the time the storm came through. He said despite the flying glass, the flying debris, none of them was injured. And Mike, that is another bright spot during some dark moments on this, which will be a very memorable Monday in the history of the city of Revere. No question about that.
It is a very bright spot. Everybody's noted it this afternoon. We're very thankful that no one was seriously hurt. Now, don't forget, you can count on NECN and our website, necn.com, for the very latest updates on the damage done by this tornado in Revere.
We're following other headlines around New England, including